This week on Rochelle's Daily Wire Video Edition, we are going to explore the homestead exemption. As we all know, the homestead exemption is sacrosanct in every state. The major difference is really just amount. In Florida and Texas, there is virtually no limit on the value of an exempt homestead. In other states, it can be quite a bit less, but nonetheless, it is generally more generous as the years go by. But what about this question? What if you're living somewhere where it is illegal to own a home? Well, that is exactly the issue that arose in Florida. There was a man who had 14 acres of property that was zoned for agricultural purposes. He moved a trailer home onto that property, and in fact, it became his permanent residence. He had lived there and nowhere else for years. He received ultimately a notice from the county stating that living there was in violation of local ordinances because the property was neither taxed nor zoned for residential use. Turned out that a few weeks later, he filed a Chapter 7 bankruptcy petition and claimed the home to be exempt as his homestead. As you're about to guess, someone objected to his claimed exemption, saying that he could not have an exemption in a house where it was, shall we say, illegal to live. Bankruptcy Judge Robert Mark in Miami upheld the exemption, and that is exactly the same thing that the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals in Atlanta ruled when his decision came up on appeal. The 11th Circuit said, yes, it is a perfectly valid homestead exemption, even though living there may be in violation of local ordinances. Interestingly, the 11th Circuit relied primarily on an 1885 case from the Florida Supreme Court. In that decision, the Florida Supreme Court said, well, even if you have just a tent on a piece of property, but if you intend to live there permanently, that satisfies as a valid homestead exemption. The case is called Henry Gamboa. You can read about it in my column, Rochelle's Daily Wire, on August 19 in the ABI website. Until the same time next week, when we'll be back again with something else interesting in the bankruptcy arena, please try to enjoy the remaining days of the summer.